Welcome back. All right, today we're jumping into a story that is just wild. It connects one of the most famous cartoons ever with the crazy world of cryptocurrency. We're talking prophecy, we're talking coincidence, and yeah, we're talking about money.
Okay, let's kick things off with a single word that pretty much says it all about The Simpsons' impact. Dough. I mean, you know it, I know it. It's so iconic, it's literally in the Oxford English Dictionary. And that's just a tiny glimpse of how massive this show's influence has been for decades. So for more than 35 years now, the folks in Springfield have been doing a lot more than just making us laugh, right? They've kind of become the heart of this modern legend, celebrated for this, uncanny ability to seemingly predict huge world events. It's something that just sparks endless debates and rabbit holes online.
So to really get a grip on this new crypto theory, we have to go back. We need to look at the so-called predictions that have been fueling this whole legend for years.
Just look at the timeline here. It's kind of nuts. Back in 1998, the show jokes about Disney owning 20th Century Fox, just a jab at corporate takeovers. Fast forward 21 years, it actually happens. Or how about in 2000, when President Trump was the setup for a gag about a disastrous future? 17 years later? Well, you know the rest. These aren't just some vague horoscopes. They're weirdly specific things that came true and really built the foundation for this whole Simpsons predicts the future idea.
Okay, so this long history of getting things eerily right is what sets the stage for the newest chapter in this whole saga. And this time, it's not about politics or big business. It's taking us straight into the world of digital currency.
So first things first, what is the Pi Network? Well, it's a crypto project that's all about making digital currency easier for everybody to get into. The big idea is, instead of needing some super powerful computer to mine for coins, you can do it right on your smartphone.
All right, so how on earth did this one particular crypto project get tied to The Simpsons? Well, it's all because a bunch of enthusiasts and Pi community members started digging. Really digging. Combing through 35 years of episodes, searching for any little clue, any hint that could link their project to the show. And this theory just blew up online, especially on places like TikTok and YouTube. You've probably seen the clips. There's this whole growing community that's piecing together these little moments from the show, sharing them, and basically saying, see, The Simpsons has been telling us about Pi Network's success all along.
And this proof? It's kind of like digital detective work. The believers are pointing to things like, okay, every time you see the mathematical symbol for pi on a chalkboard, that's not just a math lesson, they say. That's a signal. Or when a number like 314 pops up on a price tag, they're seeing that as a price prediction for the coin. It's all about taking these separate little moments and weaving them together into what looks like a deliberate trail of clues.
But of course, with any theory this good, especially when there's money and a lot of hope involved, you gotta flip the coin and look at the other side. And there are some really logical, pretty simple explanations for all of this.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole debate, doesn't it? On one side, you have clues that feel almost intentional, but on the other side, you just have, well, probability. The symbol for pi is a basic part of math, so of course it's going to show up in a cartoon with school scenes. And think about it. With over 750 episodes, they've shown thousands of numbers and signs. It's not just possible that there would be coincidences, it's pretty much guaranteed.
And this brings us to this really interesting idea from psychology called confirmation bias. Basically, it means that if you already believe something is true, or even if you just want it to be true, like say you're hoping your crypto investment pays off, your brain is hardwired to look for proof that you're right. And at the same time, it tends to just ignore anything that says you might be wrong.
When you really step back and think about it, it's a pretty huge leap, right? Why would the writers of The Simpsons, who usually make fun of big, broad trends, decide to secretly endorse one specific crypto project out of thousands, especially one that, let's be honest, still has a totally unproven value in the real world?
So let's zoom out for a second, because honestly, whether the theory is real or not almost doesn't matter. The fact that this phenomenon is even happening, well, that tells us a whole lot about the world we live in right now.
What we're looking at here is like a perfect storm of internet culture. You've got this classic long-running meme, The Simpsons predicts everything, and you smash it together with all the intense hype and hope and speculation around something new like crypto. It's a story that was practically made to go viral. And this is where things can get a little tricky, because when a fun theory or an online rumor starts to feel like a green light for making real-world financial choices, that can be a seriously risky path to go down. It's just so easy to let wishful thinking take over and push common sense aside.
So, look, the big takeaway here isn't to ruin a fun internet theory. Not at all. It's really about remembering how important it is to separate the fun of a good story from the actual hard facts you need to make smart, informed decisions, especially when it comes to new tech and your own money.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. What do you think is really behind this whole thing? Is it some kind of actual prophecy? Is it just the incredible power of wishful thinking? Or, and this is a fun one, could it be the most brilliant, low-key marketing campaign a new crypto could ever dream of? The real answer is probably a little bit of all three, and that, right there, is what makes this whole thing so fascinating.